Welcome to Singapore Polytechnic's inaugural Virtual Parents Forum. While the Parents Forum had been the main highlight at SP Open House for many years, this is the first time we are conducting it virtually. I used to be able to meet parents at our annual open house face to face. As much as I would like to do that with you now, we are all constrained by the circumstances we are in these days. Nevertheless, we are undaunted, and so have planned this event virtually. Why? Because it is so important. We want to ensure our prospective students and parents, like yourself, have all the information and resources you need to make an informed choice. This year, we have prepared a video to share with you how SP is keeping pace with the changing world and how we are continuously delivering the most relevant education for our students. I hope you have the opportunity to watch the video. In a few moments, my colleagues will be sharing how the various courses that we offer at SP will position our students for their success in the future. Feel free to engage us. Ask any question that will help you to make an informed decision. Thank you, and I wish you a fruitful time exploring SP's Virtual Open House.
Welcome parents and students to Singapore Polytechnic first Virtual Parents Forum. My name is Captain Chatray, and I'm a lecturer from Singapore Maritime Academy. I'll be your MC today. Before we start with today's programs, let's watch the infographic video on the various admission exercises applicable to entry into Polytechnic.
Farhan, Jill, and Derek are graduating soon and are interested to enroll in their dream course at Singapore Polytechnic, or SP. Are you also interested to join SP but unsure of where or how to begin? Don't worry, let's join Farhan, Jill, and Derek to find out more. Farhan will be taking the GCE O-level examination this year. He loves maths and is always curious about how virtual assistants such as Siri work. Farhan has set his sights on SP's Diploma in Applied AI and Analytics. Farhan, you are eligible for the Joint Admissions Exercise, or JAE, conducted in January. During the release of the O-level results, you will receive Form A, which contains your examination results, aggregate scores, and the course codes of all the courses that you are eligible to apply for under JAE. SP courses are listed with a prefix S. Admission to Polytechnic courses is based on meeting the minimum entry requirements, the net EL R2-B2 aggregate score, and the available vacancies. The EL R2-B2 aggregate score refers to the GCE O-level results for English language, 2 relevant subjects, and 2 other best subjects. Farhan has a co-curricular activities grade of excellent. Well done, Farhan! This enables you to deduct 2 points off your raw EL R2-B2 aggregate score. Farhan, are there other courses that you are interested in? You can list up to 12 choices in the JAE Internet system. I know, it's not easy to choose and rank 12 choices. Let me guide you along. As JAE is a merit-based exercise, it is important for you to select your courses carefully. The order of how you list your choices is important. Do utilize all 12 choices. For the first few choices, list your dream courses, even if you do not meet the previous year's JAE range of net EL R2-B2 scores. Remember, this range of aggregate scores is just a reference. For the last few choices, indicate courses which you are confident of securing based on the previous year's JAE range of net EL R2-B2 score. these courses should still be of interest to you. The JAE posting results will be released through SMS and the JAE Internet system. Jill, on the other hand, will be taking her GCE Normal Academic Level examination this year and has been doing well in her studies. She loves interacting with people and would like to enroll in SP's Diploma in Human Resource Management with Psychology. Jill, you sound like the perfect candidate for the Polytechnic Foundation Program, or PFP. This is a one-year program for top normal academic level graduates from MOE schools. Instead of continuing with your O-level examinations in Secondary 5, you can join SP's PFP in preparation for your pre-selected diploma course. When you enroll in this program, you will be offered a provisional place in SP. You will need to pass your foundation year modules to progress to the first year of your diploma course. PFP applications will open in mid-January on the same day the O-level results are released. You will be issued Form P if you are eligible for PFP. Jill, to be eligible for PFP, you need to score a raw EL/MA B3 aggregate score of 12 points or better for your GCE NA level and meet the group eligibility. EL/MA B3 is the combined aggregate score of English language, mathematics, and 3 other best subjects. Since the Diploma in Human Resource Management with Psychology is under Group 2 of the list of PFP courses, you would also have to fulfill the minimum subject requirements under Group 2. You can submit up to 5 PFP course choices in the application. Results of your PFP application will be released on the application website. Derek is a higher NITEC student in his final semester at ITE. He loves watching movies and is fascinated by the cool visual effects in action films. He is currently studying higher NITEC in visual effects and would like to enroll in SP's Diploma in Media, Arts and Design. Derek, you should consider enrolling in SP via the Joint Polytechnic Admissions Exercise, or JPAE, which is conducted in February. To be eligible for JPAE, you need a relevant ITE qualification with a net GPA of 2.0 and above. For NITEC students, a relevant ITE qualification with net GPA of 3.5 and above is needed. CCA bonus points can also be used to improve your GPA ranking for admission consideration. For the JPAE, you may select up to 8 courses of your choice. JPAE posting results will be released on the application website. I hope you now have a better understanding on how to enroll in SP to pursue the course of your choice. SP has many admissions exercises available to learners of all ages. Besides the ones featured here today, there is the Early Admissions Exercise, or EAE, in June for graduating O-level students, ITE students, as well as working adults. There is also the Direct Admissions Exercise, or DAE, for working adults, students with international qualifications, GCE A-level holders, and those who wish to pursue the Diploma in Nautical Studies. Do visit our DAE webpage for the application dates. If you are posted to SP, you will receive an email with the enrollment instructions. For more information on admissions exercises, please visit our SP page below. We hope to see you soon in SP.
Once again, thank you for joining us on today's sessions with our staff and students from Singapore Maritime Academy, SMA in short. We are one of the school and the Singapore Polytechnic established back since 1957. Today, we'll be sharing with you how vibrant our maritime industry is, what are the opportunities available for our students, and how we at SMA are preparing our students to be ready for this industry. Before we hear from our panelists, let's watch a short video on SMA.
The maritime industry is important because over 80% of the world trade is carried by sea. The maritime industry is seen as an important pillar that continues to drive both the local and global economy. Singapore's strategic location and the contribution of maritime professionals, along with its highly skilled workforce, have brought us into where we are today, a global hub port and a leading international maritime center.
The Academy has been providing maritime education, training and nurturing young school leavers for the past 63 years. And this is through our 3 courses, namely the Diploma in Nautical Studies, Diploma in Marine Engineering, as well as Diploma in Maritime Business. Our lecturers are able to guide the students through the various sort of career path in the industry, leading to being captain of a ship, chief engineer of a ship, and also officers in the shore-based industry. Our students are exposed to experiential learning through the use of the waterfront facility, industrial attachment, and as we grow and innovate, the student will have the opportunity to be immersed in state-of-the-art technologies that we have in campus.
Here they provide you the foundation, and certainly with the commitment of the lecturers and the facilities, it has definitely given me an edge in terms of honing my skills and craft as a marine chief engineer. Today I'm a technical superintendent with Pacific Carriers Limited. So the maritime sector will never be a sunset industry. We are resilient and always rapidly hiring. People may not see the glamour in maritime, but if you take the leap, you'll definitely end up in a highly rewarding career.
I hope the video provides you good introduction about Singapore Polytechnic and courses offered at Singapore Maritime Academy. To tell you more about our academy, I'm pleased to invite our director, Captain Mohammed Saleh at Singapore Maritime Academy. Captain Saleh. Welcome, Captain Saleh.
Thank you, Captain Chit. Thank you, Captain Chit. Good morning, parents and students. Thank you for joining us at this morning's session. For the parents at the SPOH or SP Open House, virtual open house, which we do it for the first time. Let me just give you a brief introduction of the Singapore Maritime Academy. Singapore Polytechnic pride ourselves as a poly for all ages. We have students who join us from the age of 16, right after their O-level. And also we have students who come back way beyond the age of 60 for their further education. This is a truly a place for lifelong learning. Singapore Polytechnic was established in October 1954, making us the first polytechnic in Singapore that was established at that time. Our mission as a polytechnic for all ages, we prepare our learners to be life ready, work ready, world ready for the transformation of Singapore. We are a caring community of inspired learners committed to serve with mastery, and that is our vision. Let me just share with you a couple of facts and figures. Singapore Maritime Academy, or SMA, is one of the 10 schools in the Polytechnic. In the Singapore Polytechnic, we offer 30 full-time diplomas, 3 common entry programs, and Polytechnic Foundation program, and close to 500 continuing education program. We are supported by close to 1,500 staff. We have over 13,500 full-time diploma students. in addition to the various other programs that brings in quite a sizable number of participants. There are over 100 student clubs and sport teams that contributes to a vibrant campus life within the Polytechnic. To date, we have over 212,000, close to 213,000 of graduates who form a very strong alumni network for our students. In the academic year of 2019 and 2020, we graduated over 6,000 graduates from our various diploma programs. Under the CET framework, we also graduated over 1,000 students. In the recent graduate employment survey, which was held in 2019, 88.9% of our fresh graduates found full-time employment immediately upon graduation, and over 94% of post-national service graduates found full-time employment after they completed their national service. Let me share with you now some of the facts and figures about the Singapore maritime industry itself. As mentioned by Captain Chit earlier, it is a very vibrant industry where opportunity is abound. Singapore is amongst the first maritime city in the global survey that has been held last year. We are home for over 140 of the world's top international shipping groups, and the industry itself contributed to about 7% of the Singapore national gross domestic product. Being in the industry will provide you with ample job opportunity, where the industry employs 170,000 personnel in over 5,000 maritime establishments. Singapore Maritime Academy is the only polytechnic in Singapore that offers maritime-related courses. The training of seafarers under the Singapore Polytechnic started way back in 1957, and the training has been expanded to include engineering and business aspects. And Singapore Maritime Academy was formed way back in 2000 as a result of the merger between Maritime Technology and Transportation Department of the Singapore Polytechnic and the National Maritime Academy of the Maritime Port Authority of Singapore. Let me share with you some of the courses that we offer. For full-time diploma courses, we offer 3 programs, namely the Diploma in Marine Engineering, or the DMR course, which bring in 120 students per year, Diploma in Nautical Study, or DNS, that offers places for 40 students per year, and the Diploma in Maritime Business that offers 120 students per year. Apart from that, we also offer part-time continuing education and training program that leads to specialist diploma, diploma conversion, as well as diploma in maritime offshore operation. For the Skill Future program, we have various programs that leads to that is based on the work skill program. In addition to that, for the continuing education program, we offer various certificate of competency program that allows our students to further their professional qualification with the certificate of competency programs. We also offer specialized courses tailor-made to the various industry stakeholders. These are some of the examples. We made our course industry relevant by giving opportunity for our students to be immersed in various out-of-classroom programs. Here are some of the list of the program that they can be involved in, including over 100 collaboration with R&D activities every year. Having done training in the maritime education and training environment for over the last 60 years, we are proud to announce that we have been given a lot of recognition and achievement from the various maritime community, locally as well as globally. These are the list of the achievement that we have garnered over the years. So I hope that you have caught a glimpse of what we are doing here at SMA, and we hope that Captain Chit later will provide you with more detail of the various courses, program, and the student activities that we have with us in SMA. We also invite you to ask questions to clarify some of the doubt that you may still have after the session. With that, I will now hand over back to Captain Chit to continue with the rest of the session. Captain Chit, please.
Thank you, Captain Salih, for your insightful sharing. I'm sure now by Now, audience has a better understanding of how extensive our maritime industry is and how we at SMA are preparing our students to be ready for this industry. Many of you probably may not know that maritime is a big part of our daily life. Most of the items that we use today in Singapore are brought in by sea. To help you better understand, I would like to share 2 more videos about our industries and how the people in the industry are impacting us.
What are the things that hold us back, that stop us from taking the plunge? What would you venture into if you had no fear? What would you see if you widened your scope and looked a little further? Over 80% of the world's trade is carried by sea. From the clothes we wear, to the food we eat, to the bricks and steel that build our homes, everything links back to the sea. Singapore is home to one of the busiest ports in the world, connected to 600 ports in over 120 countries, with more than 130,000 ships calling at our ports, handling several 100 million tons of cargo annually. And just think, you could be a part of this. Embracing the latest technologies, turning ideas into possibilities. We can redefine limits. So chart your own course in shipping, port, or maritime services and be part of a team that creates change, which connects countries and brings people from around the world together. Take the plunge and be part of something bigger today.
Every year, important products such as steel and cement come through our shores, making up the building blocks of Singapore's infrastructure. That's where we come in to ensure that operations are carried out efficiently around the clock.
I work in the heart of the action, and I love technical challenges. As engineers, we study our tools and innovate for greater performance.
I ensure that our ships are kept busy 365 days a year and our cargoes are shipped safely.
I coordinate the replenishment of provisions, change of crew, bunkering, and facilitate the ship's entry and departure from the port.
You may find me looking out for human capital trends or reaching out to schools to recruit the best cadets for the job.
As a post-fixture officer, you need to have a good grasp of the charter agreement. Miscalculations will cause delays and a financial cost.
We help clients create a framework for their needs and guide them along the way until the close of a transaction.
My role is ever evolving. I ensure adequate insurance coverage for our clients.
People often think that money is the greatest indicator of success, but it's actually about finding the right partners to work with. I believe that Maritime Singapore is here to stay, and that it's all about building a better future together.
After watching these 2 videos, I'm sure that you will be amazed with the various options available for the students for their future career. To help you get head start with the students, I will now tell you how we are preparing our students in the maritime industries. In Singapore Maritime Academy, we offer 3 full-time diploma courses: Diploma in Nautical Studies, Diploma in Marine Engineering, and Diploma in Maritime Business. I will start sharing with you first with the Diploma in Nautical Studies. This is a 3-year cadetship program. Upon joining this program, students will be going through 18 months of classroom training at Singapore Polytechnic. They will be going through the classroom lectures, hands-on practical sessions, and the simulator sessions during these 3 semesters. After completing 18 months in classroom, they will be moving into the Phase 2, which require to complete the 12-month sea training on both the merchant cargo vessels. Upon completion of the 12-month sea training phases, students will be coming back to Singapore Polytechnic to complete their 6 months of classroom training in campus. After completing all these 3 phases, students will be awarded with the Diploma in Nautical Study by Singapore Polytechnic, and upon successful completion of the examinations conducted by the Maritime and Port Authority of Singapore, they will be issued with the Certificate of Competency Class 3, which will allow them to sail as a junior officer on board the cargo vessels. This is a typical career path for students who are joining for this course. The course is applied through the direct admission exercise, which is on top of the 12 choices that students can submit through the JAE exercises. They will be starting around at the age of 16, 17, complete the 3 phases of the training, and start their career as a junior officer on board the vessels. After clocking more sea times and gaining experiences, they will come back to Singapore Maritime Academy to continue with the combined Class 1 and 2 COC courses, and subsequently they will attain the Certificate of Competency for Class 1, which will allow them to sail them as a ship master on the cargo vessels. So you can see the progression along this way. As they move along their career, they will be progressing the salary as well. During the course of their career, if they decide to choose to shift to the shore career path, some of our students has go to the further study approach, and they will be subsequently continuing their career in the management as in the office. Also, if you are completing your career as a shipmaster, you will be able to come back to shore operation subsequently. The entry requirement for the DNE course is as follows. You will need to get the 4 GCE O-level subjects with the grade mentioned here, and you will require to have additional 2 other subjects. Beside this requirement, they are also required to complete the MPA eyesight test conducted at the SP Optometry Center. This is the international requirement under the STCW code. The course is also offered to a student with the higher NITEC qualification with the minimum GPA of 2.0, as well as those students with the NITEC qualifications with the minimum GPA of 3.5 with either GCE N-level or O-level certifications. When students join for this course, they are not just joining for the diploma courses, they are joining for their career path. Apart from progression from the junior officers until become a master, they are able to enjoy tax-free income during the course of their career. And also, they are able to travel around the world to see the various different places. The second diploma that I like to share will be Diploma in Marine Engineering. This is a 3-year program with the 6 months industry training program. The unique things about this diploma is that one student choose to go for industry training, they have an option to go to either on board ships or they can do their internship training ashore. They will choose their option during the 2nd year of their course of study, and the industrial training program will be during the 3rd year of their studies. Upon successful completions, they will be getting a Diploma in Marine Engineering awarded by Singapore Polytechnic, as well as after meeting the requirement by the MPA, they will be getting the COC Class 5 certificates. The career path for the DMR, which is somewhat similar to DNS progressions, we have provided here with the 2 paths. One will be going through the sea training, moving from the junior engineer, moving up to the 2nd engineer, and finally to the chief engineer path. Many of our lecturers here, after getting their chief engineer qualification and coming back to academy to do the teaching. For those of you choosing the shore career path, they will be moving in the marine industry, service industry, oil and gas industry, and after completing their further studies, they will be moving to the middle management in the marine industries. DMR is applied through the JAE, and the entry requirement is highlighted here. You will require to get the GCE O-level, 3 GCE O-level subjects, and with the additional subjects. As like DNS courses, DMR courses also require to have a color vision test, which is required by the STCW conventions. We are also open for the students with the higher NITEC qualification with the minimum of GPA 2.0 to apply for this course, as well as those with the NITEC qualification with the GPA of 3.5 and with the either GC and or O-level certificates. Last but not the least, I'd like to share about the Diploma in Maritime Business courses. As I have shared to you earlier, we have a DNS course which will require to go through the 12-month sea training. We have a Diploma in Marine Engineering course which you have either training on board the ships or ashore. For this DME courses, we have a 6-month industrial training program ashore. So this is a course for those who like to choose to go through the career path in office. They will be attached to a company shipping related as well as the logistics sectors. Upon successful completion, they will be awarded with the DMB, Diploma in Maritime Business, by the Singapore Polytechnics. This is some of the modules that the DMB students will study during their 3-year phases. If you quickly take a look at it, there are some of the subjects that is business focused, such as the economics, marketing, logistics, supply chain management, and as well as the shipping specific focus subjects, for example, like port operations, bunkering operations, marine insurance, and the maritime law. So we are training our students to be prepared for the business environment with the specific focus on the maritime business. The entry requirement is shown here. It will be applied through the JAE, and you will need to get the 3 O-level subjects as well as the other 2 subjects shown here. This DME course can be applied through the JPAE exercises with the higher NITEC qualifications with the minimum GPA of 2.0, as well as those students with the NITEC qualification with GPA 3.5 with the either N or O-level certifications. Learning is not just only confined to the classroom. We at SMA provide students many opportunities to do out of the classroom experiences. This is some of the fond memory of the student bringing back from their journey, such as Oshima trip in Japan, sailing on board the tall ship sailing vessel STS Pallada, as well as joining on board the Maritime Experiential Learning Camp on board the cruise ship, so that they have a better understanding of life on board the vessels. Today, our students aspire to progress their career path with acquiring the degree programs. Many of our students go through the local universities such as NTU, NUS, SMU, or SIT, as well as many of our students has go through the UK, University of Plymouth, and University of Newcastle. Maritime is a big part of our economy. Government and many organizations has provided assistance to promote this industry, and you can get the full-time TMSS scholarships applicable for the SMA full-time students, as well as the Maritime 1 scholarships for the current SMA student provided by the Singapore Maritime Foundations. Here are the training facilities, some of the training facility available here. Later, during our virtual tour, we will tell you more about it. But just briefly, there's a full machine navigation simulator, dynamic positioning simulator, engine room simulator, and the advanced engine room simulator. Apart from those simulators, we do have a navigation center which provides students to practice their electronic chart skills, maritime communication skills, as well as at the West Coast Polymarina facility, we do have a jetty and the live boats and SP at Dover. And we do have a Maritime Business Center which set up similar to the working environment in the office in the Maritime Business Centers. With that, I think you have a better understanding about the courses that we offer at the Singapore Maritime Academy. In SM, blended learning is a very important part. So we provide state-of-the-art virtual simulator as well as VR application to enhance student learning in the real-world environment. To help you better understanding about various facilities, let's watch our virtual show.
Welcome to the Singapore Maritime Academy, or SMA, one of the schools at the Singapore Polytechnic. Here we are in front of Block T1A, where the SMA main office, classrooms and also the Maritime Business Centre are located. Let's check out our first stop for today, the Maritime Business Centre. We are now in front of the Maritime Business Centre, located at level 6 of Block T1A. The Maritime Business Centre is designed specifically for the students in the Diploma in Maritime Business. It consists of 1 instructor station, 5 studios, 1 IT lab and 1 debrief room. In this learning space, which is modelled after the offices of actual shipping companies, students have the opportunity to actively learn through role plays of various shipping scenarios. Students will be presented with case studies and given specific roles in their groups. Groups will be seated in their respective studios, each representing a stakeholder, a part of the case study. Instructors will observe how these groups handle the given situation and interact with one another from the instructor station. This experiential learning strengthens their analytical and problem-solving skills, think critically on the scenario-based case study approach, and develop strong knowledge of the maritime industry and usage of IT skills. Let's now head to the Integrated Simulation Centre, the building beside Block T1A. We are now standing in front of the Integrated Simulation Centre of Singapore, or ISC for short. This unique building houses various labs and simulators belonging to the Maritime and Port Authority of Singapore, MPA, and also SMA. Let's take a look inside. Here we are at the Full Mission Ship Handling Simulator. This simulator offers different realistic scenarios for training of ship officers and crew in a risk-free environment. Students will experience first-hand state-of-the-art technology employed for seafarers training and ship operations via sessions on the navigation bridges. The facility consists of 5 navigation bridges, 3 instructor stations and a briefing room. The instructor stations allow instructors to input various weather elements, sea conditions, and types of vessels during the simulation training. Let's step inside one of the navigation bridges. The navigation bridges have a horizontal field of view and are fully equipped with the latest navigational equipment. Bridges are equipped with computer-generated image (CGI) system to create a highly realistic environment using LED displays. The simulator facilitates bridge watchkeeping principles and procedures, electronic navigation system integrations and operations, bridge teamwork and management, and other areas of training. Our next stop is the Full Mission Engine Room Simulator, located at the same floor of the ISC. The Full Mission Engine Room Simulator consists of comprehensive, realistic, interactive and dynamic systems that simulate real-world ship propulsion plants. It is housed in a purpose-built complex to support the following learning objectives: exposure to the latest techniques in data acquisition, presentation and control, interactive experience with fully integrated and dynamic systems, familiarization with operational routines and procedures, process analysis and condition and performance monitoring, and failure management and loss prevention. We are now standing at the control room. Now let's explore the ship's engine. You are now looking at the engine room, which has 3 levels, which houses various machineries to keep the ship moving. Now let's move on to the last simulator, the Advanced Engine Room Simulator. The new Advanced Engine Room Simulator consists of a classroom with 1 instructor station and 12 student stations, which are programmed with 3 different ship types, ranging from a very large crude carrier to a container ship. The Advanced Engine Room Simulator is the latest design that uses a very highly realistic scenario and environment to optimize the students' learning experience. This system offers a 3D virtual engine room environment with the standard equipment typically found on board vessels. Besides enabling the instructors to create normal shipboard exercises for the various types of operation in the engine room, emergency scenarios like fire or flooding can also be simulated realistically. We have come to the end of our virtual tour here at SMA. There are many other facilities to explore. We look forward to having you in person here in campus. See you soon!
Besides hearing from the staff at SMA, I'm sure that you also want to hear from our students. How is the life at Singapore Maritime Academy studying, and what are the experiences during the sea training phases? Today, I'm pleased to bring you 3 of our students, Zulfika from the Diploma in Nautical Studies, Natasha from the Diploma in Maritime Business, and Sean from the Diploma in Marine Engineering. Let's hear their view on the courses and the industry attachment program.
My name is Muhammad Zulfika. I am 23 years old this year, currently pursuing Diploma in Nautical Studies. Being in this course was a childhood dream after hearing stories from my mom about my late grandfather, who was also a seafarer. So after listening to his experience, the places he got to visit, experiencing different cultures, like visiting places that we really can't describe because of how beautiful it is. You can only manage to see it only like in the internet, but being able to experience that yourself is something different. To achieve my dream, I started my seafaring career in Singapore Maritime Academy. SMA is equipped with state-of-art facilities to help us with hands-on learning, so it's not just theory where it gets really boring. The Integrated Simulation Center houses various simulators such as the Navigation Simulator, which is equipped with similar equipment like on a rail vessel. This simulator is used to practice on navigating a vessel safely from one point to another, as well as performing duties as an officer. There are also the radars and radio communications equipment at the Global Maritime Distress and Safety System Simulator. SMA also has other facility called Polytechnic, which is located at West Coast. The facility is used for one of the modules, which is Personal Survival Techniques. It gives an understanding on the main types of maritime emergencies, the correct use of survival equipment, particularly life jackets and inflatable life rafts. There is also basic and advanced firefighting course that we have to understand the risk of fire on board and how to minimize this, as well as learning how to fight and extinguish fires and search for and recover casualties. We also learn how to use firefighting equipment, which includes personal breathing apparatus and the safe use of fire extinguishers. The main highlight for this course will be the 1-year sea time or internship, where we will be sailing on a vessel to train and learn the duties of an officer as well as experiencing the life of a seafarer. With the internship period, the different facilities that SMA has for better learning hands-on and the modules or courses we have to attend are the reasons why I feel my course is unique. I have completed my internship with PACC and I was on board a bulk carrier, and I've learned a lot with the help of amazing officers with regards to safe navigation for the vessel and cargo operations. I was able to visit a lot of countries such as Brazil, Mexico and Canada. Apart from that, I was able to see the beautiful sunrise and sunset and the stars covering the entire sky at night while on duty at the bridge when the vessel is making way at sea. It personally gives me motivation to continue learning and make me appreciate how beautiful the world is. The highlight of my internship is to be able to travel to different countries. The skills that I learned during the internship will help my ability to adapt to different environments and challenges I may face when I join the maritime industry. Additionally, I will attain both a diploma and the internationally recognized Professional Class 3 Certificate of Competency qualification that allows me to sail as a certified seagoing officer worldwide, and thus led me to join this course. One day, I will reach my goal to be a qualified ship captain.
Hi, my name is Natasha and I'm from the Diploma in Maritime Business. I'm 18 this year, and some cool things about myself is that I love sports and anything to do with the outdoors. Since I was young, my parents would always take me out to East Coast Park during the weekends, so I would always see those big ships from the distance, and I've always been interested and curious to find out more about them. I think it started when I attended an open house back in 2018, when SP hosted this open house event, and all the students that just finished their O-levels came to SP to take a look and see what courses they wanted to join. And I came across this Diploma in Maritime Business that really piqued my interest. Plus, like I mentioned before, I always wanted to know more about the ships that I see at East Coast Park. I guess whenever I see something that I'm interested in, I would love to go and learn more about it. Yeah, I attended the SP Open House in 2018, and the seniors actually gave a really good introduction of what the course is about. In maritime business, we learned a lot more about what goes on in the maritime industry. Put this course as my first choice, and I got in. Yeah, so something cool about this course is that we do our internship in year 2 instead of year 3. So we get to apply what we learn from the real world to our schoolwork, which is very useful. I was very lucky and blessed to have been given the opportunity to do my 27-week internship at Maersk, the market leader for container shipping. My bosses are wonderful teachers, and because of them, I was able to receive 2-star awards from Maersk during my internship. It was truly an experience of a lifetime. They even asked me to come back after graduation, and I have plans to do just that. After my first year in DMB, I realized that I love the way this course is coordinated, and I think that all the modules are really in the curriculum to provide an in-depth understanding of the industry. If I had to single out one thing that I like most about the course, is that we are given the constant opportunities to grow in not just knowledge but skills too. I still have vivid memories about the visits to Jurong Port and shipping companies for our school trips, and how the basic survival course was conducted at Poly Marina, our school's waterfront. SMA gives us the chance to grow and excel in what we do by opening doors for us and providing us with more than enough knowledge before we graduate. And with that being said, I want to continue my journey in the maritime industry and become a part of the next generation of maritime professionals.
Hi everyone, my name is Sean. I am 20 years old and currently a final year marine engineering student studying at the Singapore Maritime Academy. I enrolled into Singapore Polytechnic through the Polytechnic Foundation program back in 2017. At the present moment, I am doing my internship with NYK Ship Management. Since I was young, I would hear stories from my grandfather, who was a radio officer for an offshore company, Jardine Offshore, and my father, who was a deck officer for shipping companies such as NOL and Maersk Line. Their experiences out at sea, the countries they visited, as well as the fun times that they have experienced, has definitely left a profound impression on me. Another incident whereby I was further educated on the marine industry was back in 2013 when I was a secondary 1 NCC cadet. I attended the Singapore Maritime Academy Reach Out program. On seeing how fun and unique the education and training is at SMA, I had a rough gauge and knew where I wanted to further my education after secondary school. So we come to the present moment whereby I'm already in marine engineering. Many of my peers have asked me what's so special and unique about this course. Well, let me tell you guys. So in marine engineering, we have a lot of hands-on modules and practical sessions. Workshop modules benefited me the most as during my current stint with NYK as an engine cadet. Most of my daily tasks consisted of overhauling, troubleshooting, and repairing of various machineries and pipelines. I was able to get a head start in doing all these tasks due to what I was taught in school. I had the chance of attending the Maritime Experiential Learning Camp. Students will know it as the MEL Camp. On board Genting Dream, a 335-meter long cruise ship. On board, we learned about the various departments of the ship from the respective crew members, where they did a sharing session on their jobs. The second trip that I went for was back in 2019 when I was a year 2 student. I was selected by SMA to attend a week-long immersion program in Toba, Japan. We spent 4 days on board a training ship, Toba Maru, with lecturers and students from the Toba National College of Maritime Technology. So that was the first time I saw and learned how the engineers of a vessel work together to keep the vessel moving and operational. In 2019, I applied and I was awarded the NYK Maritime Scholarship by currently this company, NYK Ship Management, a Japanese shipping company. So with this scholarship, I was able to secure a cadetship as an engine cadet at NYK. That is the reason why all this shipboard learning and training is possible. I am currently working on board NYK's first ever conversion project, an FSU conversion project. So an FSU conversion project is where we take an existing LNG tanker such as this and we convert it into a floating storage unit. Another experience whereby I learned a lot was when, I think about a few weeks ago, the vessel experienced a blackout at around 12 midnight because of a faulty wiring. So at that moment, all the engineers were activated, including me, to jump into action. So what we concluded was that we had to manually run our auxiliary diesel generator, which was on standby thankfully, to supply electricity to the whole vessel as soon as possible. All in all, it was all a very exciting experience and I definitely have learned a lot from that particular night. I will definitely continue to sail with NYK as a marine engineer, perhaps to the rank of chief engineer hopefully, and then maybe I'll come ashore. I'll try to look for jobs whereby I'll be in ship management, maybe as a technical superintendent or a vessel manager. I've also considered education, whereby I would love to take up the role of a training manager or cadet training instructor to mold the future generations of seafarers. Well, this is the end of my sharing session. I hope you guys enjoyed it a lot. So thank you so much. Bye bye.
That was was a great sharing from our students. I hope you enjoyed the video. Now we have come to our Q&A session of the segment. Today with us, we have Captain Saleh, Director at Singapore Maritime Academy. We have Natasha from the Diploma in Maritime Business course. Thank you for sending your questions through the pigeonhole. We will try to answer as many questions as possible. If we do not have enough time, please leave your contact or the email and we will reach back to you. Let's start with the first questions. Are there many maths-related modules in SMA courses? Can I join any of the courses if my maths is weak? Maybe Natasha, could you share your experience with your maths?
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Captain Chit. So, with regards to the math modules in SMA, I can only speak for my course, DMB. So, we have math-related modules, but it's not very heavy intensive on the math itself. We have modules like business statistics, business analytics, and Excel modules, which I think they are all very relevant in the real world today, and they don't really require much of very intensive math skills like I mentioned before. And I myself have weak math skills, and I managed to do just fine. Yeah.
Okay, if I may add to Natasha, thanks to Natasha for sharing your experience in your DMB course. For the Diploma in Marine Engineering, there are several maths modules or some modules which are related to some knowledge of mathematics. We have basic mathematics as well as engineering mathematics. However, do not worry if you are not very strong in mathematics, because we have a system in place that will provide some kind of bridging to sort of level up your math skill. I will let Captain Chit also share a little bit about the relevance of mathematics for the Diploma in Nautical Study module.
DNS study course also, the student need to go through the maths and science module. The one important aspect of the maths in the DNS course is that students need to study the navigation, which is a very much part of the mathematics. So if you are good at mathematics, you will find this module a bit easier to follow. But not to worry if you are a little bit weak in maths also. As long as you meet the entry requirement, you will be able to join. And we do have a program to help the students who are poor in maths also. Next question, what percentage of students from SMA will proceed to go to university? Maybe Captain Saleh, can you address this question?
Okay, I will address it in this manner. It depends on year by year, and also it depends on the program. For the Diploma in Maritime Business, there are opportunities for our students to go for their further studies either locally or overseas. Typically, in a year, out of 120 strength cohort, about 40 of them actually proceed for further study. Of course, naturally, the boys will go to national service. However, some of them after national service will also go for their further studies. For the Diploma in Nautical Studies and Marine Engineering, typically we would encourage our students to proceed to sea, to be qualified professionally all the way to become either master or a chief engineer on the ship. However, there are also pathways for our Diploma in Marine Engineering and Nautical Study for their further studies either locally or overseas using their diploma qualification to enter some of this program. I hope that clarifies.
Thank you, Captain Saleh, for your answer. Next, we have a question. Are there opportunities for students to be connected to potential employer, which they are still studying?
Yes, definitely. All the diploma program in the Polytechnic, including SMA program, have a portion of the internship, industrial attachment, and that provide a linkage for our students to prove themselves and be recognized by the company. And many of them actually ended working for the same company that they are sent for attachment. Perhaps Natasha, you could share some of your experience during your internship with our audience.
Yeah, sure. During my internship, I was actually doing my 6-month internship at Maersk, the market leader for container shipping lines in the world. So I believe that the internship experience was very beneficial to us Year 2 students in Diploma in Maritime Business because we all learned a lot about the particular sector that we were working in. For me, liner shipping in particular, I learned the processes, the different kinds of situations that may occur at sea, and especially since I did my internship during the COVID-19 period, a lot of situations and contingencies have been put in place, and that's why I think that the internship experience definitely played a part in my growth in SMA.
Okay, excellent, Natasha. Thank you. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, next question is, are there many girls in SMA courses? Okay, maybe Natasha, can you share? Are you alone here or?
No, I'm definitely not alone. For my course in particular, about 40% of girls are, 40% of the cohort are girls, but I can't say the same for the Diploma in Maritime, Marine Engineering and Nautical Studies because I think the boys, they really
seems to be more.
Yeah, they seem to be more there.
Okay, maybe I think it depends on the program. For Natasha's program, of course, is about 40%.
Yeah.
For marine engineering, is maybe about 30%, and for nautical studies, maybe about 15%.
About 10 to 15%.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. All right. Okay. So next questions on the. Can we have a next question, please? Okay, this question is being answered. Many girls in SMA courses that has
already
been answered. Yeah. Okay, maybe while we are waiting for the questions, Natasha, what is your future plan after you have completed your studies here?
After I complete my studies here, which would be 2022, I intend to go to the University of Plymouth, and with the affiliation SMA has with the University of Plymouth, I think we only need to spend 9 months over there doing our degree if we graduate with a GPA of at least 3.0. So that's what I intend to do, and hopefully after I come back, I get a position at my intern company, and yeah, and I see
that was
life.
in Mars, right? You
Yes,
were with the
yes,
Mars,
that,
right? That's a very good company. Yeah.
Okay. Just to take on further what Natasha has been saying, for our students who graduated from the Maritime Business Program, they have the option to go either to NTU locally or to Plymouth. And generally, when the student goes to Plymouth, they perform fairly well. Last year, there were 39 students, and 36 out of the 39 actually scored first-class honors despite having been there for only 9 months. So this is truly significant achievement, and that also is strongly attributed to the program that we have here in SMA.
Thank you, Captain Saleh. Do you get salary during internship? How much will you get? Maybe.
Yep.
Natasha,
okay.
you start with your experience.
Yeah,
yes?
sure. Okay, so during my internship, I was getting about $800 every month, and on top of that, if you do well in your particular company, you may get certain benefits, certain bonuses, which I did, and my company awarded me with 2 Star Awards. That they gave me a amount, like a bonus amount of about $2,000. Yeah. So
excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So it depends on how well your how well you perform, and there are many things that can contribute to whether or not you get the bonus. But I think the basic salary is between 500 to 800 depending on the company. Yeah.
So thanks, Natasha. So certainly that was a very good sort of perks for you to perform well during your internship. And just to highlight that, roughly it is about minimum about $500 allowance for the interns while they are on internship. And that depends on the company. Some company may reward with bonuses and something like that.
Thank you, Captain Saleh. Thank you, Natasha. Our next question is that what is sailing life like? How long will you be on board at each time? Okay, maybe I will address these questions. For the DNS students, as I mentioned earlier, after 18 months of sea service, they will be joining on board of vessels. They are required to clock 12 months of sea time. But this is not a consecutive 12 months. They will be probably doing about 4 to 5 months. So probably it will be either 2 ships or 3 ships of the contract that they will be joining. And then depending on the trade, some of the vessel, they do come back to Singapore. But if the vessel trade is not coming back to this part of the thing, then you will be staying away from that, right? Okay, the next question is that do you accept PFP students?
Yes, we certainly do. We certainly do. And in fact, from our past record, that the PFP student perform as equally well as our students who are coming through the JAE system. In fact, last year, top student started our program in the PFP program, and he from the Diploma Marine Engineering, and he scored a perfect GPA of 4.0. So we certainly welcome students through the PFP route.
Thank you, Captain Saleh. Our next question is there many practical sessions for marine engineering? What kind of exercise do you do during workshop?
Okay, I'll take this question. Yeah. Certainly, engineering is certainly a program where there is a lot of hands-on, where we expose our students to the various activity, not only during the classroom, but also outside of classroom. For example, we have workshops where they build their workshop skill. And also we try to create an authentic learning environment by having simulators. And definitely in the DMR course or Diploma in Marine Engineering course, the students have ample opportunity to work in the simulators. I think in the video that you have seen, the engine room simulator as well as engine room simulator is a platform where we provide this authentic learning environment so that when the student goes out to sea, they are more or less ready with the skill that is required for them to perform on the job. Yes, certainly there's a lot of hands-on practical section.
Thank you. Thank you, Captain Saleh. Okay, what kind of internship attachments are available for maritime business students? Natasha, based on your experience as well as based on your friends, what are the areas that they have been working on?
For internship attachments for maritime business students, we actually have quite a few sectors, and there are a lot of opportunities like container shipping, port and port authority, and there are many. But I think time is a little bit tight right now, so what you can do is go online to search on the maritime sectors in Singapore, and they have plenty of information there. So yeah. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Natasha. I believe we have answered most of the questions, but due to time constraint, if some of the questions that we are not able to answer, we will be definitely get back to you through the email or the contact that you have provided. And if you have registered for the breakout sessions to talk live with our lecturers, you can click on the link provided in your registration email. Thank you very much for the sharing, Natasha and Captain Saleh. Thank you for participants for joining this Q&A session. I wish you all the best, and goodbye.